Hi, this is Mrs. Brode, and today we're going to factor trinomials again. So there is one thing that's slightly different, but the rest of it's going to be the same. So I'm going to start you out by having you work number one. So go ahead and push pause on the video, work number one out with the box and finding the sum and product, and push play when you are ready. Okay, so I got s plus 2 and s minus 15. So I looked up the sum, which is the middle term, negative 13s, and the product is the two outside terms multiplied, negative 30s squared, and I found that I needed negative 15s and 2s. Now, if you remember the shortcut that I said in the previous video, because this has a coefficient of 1, once I know my two terms, negative 15s and 2s, those numbers are what's going to be in the factors. So if you could do that step without having to plug it back into the box, that's totally fine. Remember, that only works with a coefficient of 1 in front of the first part of the polynomial. All right, so let's look at number 2. This is where things change just a little bit today. So top left, 5q squared and 5 in the bottom right. So my sum, I want something that adds to negative 3q and multiplies to 25q squared. So my factors of 25 are 25 and 1 and 5 and 5. Neither of those are going to ever add up to negative 3. So there's nothing I can do to factor that to find my two missing squares. So this is what we call prime. It cannot be factored anymore, and so we write that it is prime. Now, be super careful about using prime. You're not going to have every other question be prime. It's not very common. So really make sure that something doesn't factor before you write prime, but you will see it on assignments today and throughout the rest of this unit. So that is the new piece for today. Everything else is exactly like what we've done. So number 3, I am going to draw my box and put 2r squared in the top left and negative 14 in the bottom right. And then I know that I want a sum of 3r, and I need to multiply the two outside, and I need something that multiplies to negative 28r squared. So if you need to list the factors, 28 and 1, 7 and 4, could 7 and 4 work? Yes, but we're going to have to make one of them negative. Which one do we make negative to get a positive 3r? And that would be the smaller one. So we need a 7r and a negative 4r. And then we can do our row and column factoring. So in our column, we've got 2r squared and negative 4r. We've got a 2r in common. And then 7r and negative 14, we have a positive 7 in common. So then we're going to row factor. 2r squared and 7r only have an r in common. And this is where my negative comes out on the side. Negative 4r and negative 14 have a negative 2 in common. So my final factors are 2r plus 7 times r minus 2. Okay. So number 4, same process. You're going to be really good at factoring by the time we're done. So we want something that adds to negative 19y and multiplies to 70y squared. So really got to think 7 and 10, that's not going to work. I've got 5 and 14. Could 5 and 14 add to 19? It absolutely could if we made both of them negative. So remember our patterns. If we have a positive product, the signs on the side have to be the same, and if our sum is negative, both of our sides are also going to be negative. So then again, I will column factor. So 10y squared and negative 14y have a 2y in common. Negative 5y, I'm going to bring that negative. All they have in common is a 1. So, row factor. 10y squared and negative 5y actually have a 5 and a y in common. Negative 14y and 7 have a negative 7 in common. You got to bring that negative out to that side. So my final product is 5y minus 7 times 2y minus 1. Okay, so let's move on. The pattern continues. Now this time, I have 2 variables, but we're still going to follow the same process. The 4y squared goes in the top left, the negative 3x squared goes in the bottom right. My sum, I need something to add to 4xy and to multiply to negative 12 x squared y squared. So first let's just look at the factors of 12. Okay, 12 and 1 is not going to give me a sum of 4. 6 and 2 could give me a sum of 4. I've got 3 and 4, that's not going to work, so I'm going to have to use the 6 and 2. So, because my product is negative, either my 6 or my 2 has to be negative. Well, since we have a positive sum, it's going to be my 2 that's negative. So I've got 6xy and negative 2xy. So I still column factor. The 4 and the 6 have a 2 in common. The y squared and y have a y in common, and there's no x in common on that one. So on the second part, I am going to bring out that negative. 2 and 3 don't have anything but a 1 in common. X and x squared have an x in common, and they do not have a y in common. So I'm going to do the same thing, this way. And 4y squared and negative 2xy do have a, I'm going to erase this a little bit so I can write there, do have a 2 and a y in common. Remember, you can work it backwards to see that 2y times 2y makes 4y squared. 6xy and negative 3x squared have a 3 and an x in common, and that would be a positive, but no y in common. So my factors are 2y plus 3x times 2y minus x. So same thing, just with 2 variables. So number 6, u squared and b squared. We need something that adds to 2uv and multiplies to u squared b squared. Well, the factors of 1 are 1 and 1, so that would be uv times uv. 1 uv times 1 uv. Make sure your U's look like U's and your V's look like V's because you can get confused. So if I factor out a U up top, I'm going to factor out a V up top as well. And then I'm going to row factor, and I'm going to factor out a U on the left and a V on the left. So this would be U plus V times U plus V, or another way to write this would be U plus V squared. Either one of those would be acceptable. Okay, so for the last one, I'm going to have you pause the video, work it on your own, and when you're ready, push play and see if you're right. Okay, so after doing this, I got 5k plus 2n times k minus n. So when I found my sum to be negative 3kn and my product to be negative 10k squared n squared by multiplying the two outside terms, I came up with negative 5kn and 2kn. And that's what I put back into my box, and I row and column factored to get my GCF. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we will learn a shortcut for certain problems. So have a good afternoon.